What's going on, everyone? Aseel Soueid from Diabetic Aesthetics. Gonna be doing a full day of eating, showing you guys every single meal and pretty much the nutritional plan and nutritional approach that I have been following to build lean muscle mass, again, while staying lean. So my focus is to constantly be putting on muscle while at the same time keeping my body fat at a relatively lean state. Too many people go on a bulking phase, especially during this season, during the winter, and they pack on too much unnecessary body fat. And this is a huge loss, guys, because it makes your cut twice as long, and you're not gonna feel as good. You're not gonna efficiently build as much lean muscle mass if you're just fat during your bulk. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I've been able to stay lean these past few months while putting on lean muscle mass. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and make my first meal of the day. It is currently around 8:30 in the morning. I've been up since 6:30, so fasted for the first 2 hours of the day, just drank some coffee, lots of water, and got a lot of work done. So let's go ahead and get some breakfast. Alright, so we got meal number one prepared, literally less than 5 minutes to make. Probably the most convenient and easiest breakfast to make, but I have 120 grams of oats, put some salt, some artificial sweetener, and then a little bit of vanilla protein powder just for some more flavor, around like half a scoop. And then I have 3 whole eggs, so I got some protein in this entire meal, the fats as well from the eggs, and then a lot of carbs from the oatmeal. So I'm gonna go ahead and also take my insulin, just because I am a type 1 diabetic, guys. I'm not like, using steroids or anything, but yeah, gotta take my insulin for this meal, and that's gonna be meal number one. I'm gonna be sure to catch up with you guys for meal number 2 in probably around like 4 hours or so. Alright, so it's 2 p.m. Just prepared my second meal of the day, and what I got is 6.5 ounces of cooked chicken breast and then 365 grams of white potato, and I just put that in the microwave for around 8 minutes while the chicken was cooking up. Pretty much it's just essentially a baked potato, put some ketchup on top. Tastes super good. If you want some higher fats in this meal, because this is really low fat, just some chicken breast and potatoes, be sure to put some butter on the potatoes. Makes it taste like 10 times better and adds a little bit more fat in your meal if you want some more calories in. And also, huge tip when it comes to cooking chicken breast, be sure to cut it up in really small pieces like I did. It honestly makes it cook 2 times as fast, guys. Rather than spending 20 minutes on cooking a piece of chicken breast, if you cut it up like that in tiny little nugget pieces, it cooks in like 10 minutes. So be sure to try that out and let me know how that works. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and grub on this, and I'll catch you all for probably like a pre-workout snack in maybe 2 hours or so. Alright, so it's around 5 p.m. I'm gonna be training in about an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and have a pre-workout snack. So what I have, okay, total fail dropping that protein bar, but what I'm gonna have is 2 of these small apples. These are super tiny. I'm gonna have 2 of these small apples, pretty much like 1 regular sized apple, and I'm gonna have 2 of these Nature Valley gluten-free protein peanut butter dark chocolate bars. The best thing in the world. They're pretty high in fat, 12 grams per bar, but pretty low in carbs, so 14 grams and then 10 grams of protein. So the best things in the world. Definitely a great way to get a lot of calories in when you don't have the time to like smash a lot of food. So yeah, I'm gonna have 2 of these, and that's my pre-workout snack. And you might be wondering why I'm having a ton of calories. 3 meals before my workout, right? It's leg day, so I like to get in a lot of food before training legs because it's very exerting in energy, so I like to get that energy in, all those calories. Anyways, that's my pre-workout meal. Peace. So plans have changed. I have yet to hit the gym, and it's now 7:30 p.m. and I'm getting really hungry, and I don't want to train legs hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a meal. Check this out. We got some gluten-free pasta, just because I have celiac disease. I can't eat regular gluten or like wheat. And then I have around 4 ounces of cooked chicken breast right over here. And then I have a serving or 2 of cooked zucchini. Super good, guys. Pretty basic, just some salt, pepper, and some basic seasoning on these. Tastes really good. I love meals like this. Also notice how this was already prepared. Guys, the number one secret I can give you when it comes to succeeding with your nutritional approach, whether you're cutting or whether you're bulking, is to already have food prepared in advance. Whenever you cook your chicken, cook it in bulk. Whenever you cook your rice, your carb sources, whatever, potatoes, pasta, cook it in bulk and just store it in Tupperware, just so you have multiple meals ready for you, throughout the next few days, rather than cooking each meal individually. So you can get tons of meals like this. Rather than spending 20-30 minutes on making one of these, you can spend maybe 40-45 minutes to make like 10 or 15 meals like this and just store them in the fridge. So that's gonna be my meal. I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'll probably have my last meal of the day. So it's around 10:30 p.m. Just prepared my post-workout and my final meal of the day. What I have is a 1.5 cups of oats cooked in water. And after it was done cooking in the microwave, I went ahead and added a scoop of whey protein in there. Now I know, look, this looks like a very bland, very typical, very boring meal, but it is getting pretty late. So I wanna make something very quick and convenient. If you do wanna try this meal out, but you're worried it's gonna be way too bland for your taste, be sure to use less oats and add some fruit in there. Add some bananas, some strawberries, some blueberries, something that's gonna make it taste a lot better, along with diversifying the carbs coming from this meal, because I know nothing but oats can get super boring. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Be sure to try that out and let me know what you think. And that's gonna be my final meal of the day. And I will have my final macros for the day listed on the screen. Now, speaking about macros, I always get this question on whether or not you should be tracking your macros, while you're bulking or even lean bulking. And here's my answer to you. Is it very easy for you to eat well above your maintenance if you just go by how your body feels? Because if it is, and it's very easy for you to overeat if you're just eating by how you feel, then you definitely wanna track your macros, because if you're on a too big of a caloric surplus, you're gonna gain way too much fat, and you're definitely gonna regret that. So be sure to track your macros in that scenario. And on the contrary, if you have a very small appetite and it's hard for you to even hit your maintenance calories for the day, let alone be on a small surplus, then definitely track your macros as well. Be sure you're eating enough, and you're gonna have to kind of force feed yourself. So in both scenarios, you can't really go by how you feel, essentially, if you really wanna get to your goals and get the best results possible. But if you are somebody like me, you're very experienced with counting macros, you've been doing it for a long time, you understand your own body, and you understand exactly how many calories you're consuming on a day-to-day basis, or at least you're semi-accurate with it, I would still recommend tracking your macros once every 7 days or so. Just a normal day of eating, just to be sure that you're on the right track, and whether you're eating too much or too little, to kind of just adjust your daily eating habits on that day by what you kind of find. So that's kind of my take on counting macros during a bulk. But on the other hand, you want to make sure you're accounting for something, guys. There's way too many people that don't understand the concept of nutrition when bulking. It's not just like a seafood diet, whatever you see, you're eating it, or like, too much of a cautious diet. You have to account for something. You need to understand your own macros, your own caloric goals for your personalized body, your personalized goals, everything you want to accomplish. So be sure you're accounting for something. If you don't have any really macro experience, or you just really need help dialing in your macros for a lean bulk, a proper and successful lean bulk, be sure to visit my website, www.diabeticaesthetics.com. I would love to create a personalized meal plan for you, or even offer one-on-one online coaching if you really want to take things to the next level when it comes to macro coaching. I will have a 10% off discount on my entire website for like till the end of the week, so till Friday. Just use the discount code MACRO10 until Friday. So MACRO10 upon checkout, you will save 10%. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it shed a light on lean bulking, proper lean bulking, and gave you some meal ideas, something very quick, very convenient. I'm a college student, so I don't really have time to make the fanciest meals out there, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to give this video a like, share it with a friend, share it with a family member, share it on your social media pages. Let's get it out there, and I appreciate the support, everyone. Be sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Tons of content coming. See you in the next one.